there's one thing that really bothers me when it comes to education. I think everybody should be concerned about it. Stalled projects. There's one in Efutu, the Efutu Senior High School. The project has been stalled for so long. Nothing is being done about it. The headmistress has said what she has to say to help the project grow, especially at a point where students are not able to visit what they are, let's say their labs. They are not able to visit labs. Let's say there's supposed to be a computer lab also, they are not able to visit it. And their dormitories. And even where maybe they may be going to pee, or maybe they may be going to the loo. The infrastructural deficit over there has become so appalling that the state is bad. There's a 5-minute video. Let's go watch it and you have a better understanding.
Established in 1999 as a community day school with a modest enrollment of 50 students, Efutu Senior High Technical School has experienced substantial growth over the years. Presently, the school accommodates a student population of 2,042, comprising 725 day students and 1,317 boarders. Despite the significant increase in student numbers, there remains a noticeable gap in infrastructure development. For example, since its inception, the school has had only one dormitory block each for boys and girls, with each block housing 4 houses. However, the boys' dormitory is currently in a state of disrepair, with cracks appearing on the pillars. Furthermore, several infrastructure projects on the school's premises have been left unfinished. Headmistress Wilhelmina Coleman, in an interview with Citi News, urged the government to re-engage contractors to expedite the completion of these projects. This would enable the school to accommodate more boarding students while also providing additional bunk beds for students.
We do not have enough dormitories for our students. Everybody wants to be in the boarding house, but as we speak, we have only one dormitory for the boys and one dormitory for the girls. 25 years in existence, and I think it is not good enough. Contractors come in and go. They come and abandon their projects. As I came here 3 years ago, a project that had been started long ago, 3 years, we are still on it, they have not completed. 3 years, they started with a classroom block, they have not completed. We are still on it. A lot of people approach me that they want their kids to be in the boarding house because they are spending so much on transportation. Commuting from Nyamransa to the school. You have to come from Nyamransa, get to Pedi Junction, pick another car that is going to Jukwa and alight. So even after school, when is the child getting back home? So this is my appeal, my humble appeal to the government. We need more facilities. And then about the girls' toilet facilities, there's nothing to write home about. We actually need to put up a decent toilet facility for the girls to use. Where they are using now it's unpalatable.
Wilhelmina Coleman also appealed to the government for assistance in constructing teacher bungalows on campus to provide accommodation for staff to help foster discipline among students.
When we have lots of students who are boarders and the teachers are only a few or 2 people to take care of them, how well do you think they will manage the students when everybody is outside the school? Especially with the boys. Only the senior housemaster is in. It's recently that I requested for assistant domestic who is a male. And so he is there with the senior housemaster, but even with that, how well can they manage the students?
In addition to the school's management plea, some alumni of the institution have joined the chorus for infrastructure upgrades.
Looking at the situation or the shape of the dormitory, it is not good, it is not safe for the students to be sleeping there. It's almost collapsing. Meanwhile, they have an abandoned dormitory. That has been left in the bush, of which the government is not minding it. It is about 70% complete.
All right. Yeah, so that was a report by Daniel Sakite. Now, Elaine, these things, we keep touting our past glories and our past successes, and the fact that we were the best this and we were the best that, and I'm not sure if we're interested in building into the future to say that in 20 years' time, in 30 years' time, we should be the best this and the best that, and put in what it requires, what is required to get there. You know, from everything that we see, how is it that projects are started midstream, they are abandoned, and it's like there doesn't seem to be, it's like you ask the question, okay, so when will it be? When will, as it is, when will it be completed?
They have no idea.
Nobody knows.
The headmistress said that they have been complaining. They have been speaking about it. There have been visits. And if there's a speech and prize giving day, there's always the DC or the MCE in the community who attends.
Yeah, so
there's always the minister who attends. Yet they will come and give all sorts of promises for the future and then leave it hanging. We have Ms. Wilhelmina Coleman on the line to speak to us on the state of Efutu Senior High School. Good morning.
Good morning, yes.
How are you doing?
Oh, His Grace, I'm fine, and you?
I am well, but then I am sad seeing the state of the school's dormitory where the pupils or the students have to pee, where they have to go to the loo, the state in which it is. How long has this been going on?
I've been here for 2.5 years now. And before my time, I think there was this problem, especially at the boys' end. And I think I mentioned it when we were celebrating our 25th anniversary and Street and Thanksgiving Day, that the boys' dormitory has become a death trap. Meanwhile, it is the only dormitory that the school currently has for 25 years. And no refurbishment has been done at the place. If you go there, the staircases are very steep. The ceiling is peeling off. The wire, the concrete floor is also peeling off, and then the wire is showing. Yeah. So that is their condition at the boys' end.
And in this state, has any authority ever come forward to say we are going to help the stalled projects?
As we speak, there is actually a dormitory block ongoing, but the contractor has abandoned the site once again. I've told you already that I've been here for 3.5 years.
Yeah.
From the time that I set foot in this campus, the contractors come in and go. So as we speak, they have not been able to accomplish the task that has been given to them. And even the contractors, they keep changing them. They keep changing them. I heard the first person died, and then it was handed over to the wife, and it has been given to another person because the wife did not really accomplish the task.
And
they came here about 6 months ago to work on something, but they have not been able to still accomplish the task. So it's a real burden on the school as we speak.
Mrs. Coleman, has there been conversations with the contractors to know the reasons they come and then they abandon ship?
From the little that I know, when I made the inquiry, they are saying that they have not been paid. And so until they are paid, they wouldn't come around and finish the work. And
the name of the particular person who they are saying is the one who contracted them, do you happen to know who?
The consultant is an AUSL, and it's a government project, I know. It's a government project. Yes.
So if it's a government project, definitely the DCE should be involved. the local assembly should be involved. Please, has there been cases where you've had tete-a-tetes with them and they've maybe giving you a promise of 6 months, a promise of 3 months of coming to make sure that the projects are finished?
Yeah, letters upon letters are generating, and we send reminders, even as we speak. Yesterday, I told my administrator that we will have to throw forward letters to send them reminders that we still need the project to be completed.
Mrs. Coleman, how are you able to manage, especially when it comes to the urinary problem? Because if the female dormitory doesn't have any place where they can pee or go to the loo, am I seeing that they go to the boys' side?
No. The female dormitory, not that there isn't any. When I came, there is a project that has not been completed. There is I think a 10 toilet teacher facility, and that one too has been put under lock and key. And so, at the moment, there is supposed to be just a wooden structure in which our students use, but it's in a poor state. And so we are planning to break into the place that we have abandoned, and then find out whether there are certain things that we can put in place and then make use of it. Meanwhile, we have a water-collated apartment where students can make use of, except that the number of students who will use the place is more than the toilet facility. But we are planning to make them use the place as we speak now. And then we break into the other apartments and then make use of the place as well.
Upon seeing that it is a technical school, yes, are there ways that maybe the seniors in the school can maybe create or build a makeshift washroom to help?
Oh, as I stated earlier, we have a washroom, except that when we open that place, because it's a water closet at that place, the students, I don't know the caliber of students that we have.
That's the reason I asked that question.
We are planning to now call all the students who are in school and tell them to be decent when we open up that facility for them. Yes. So not that we don't have, we have. But the students themselves prefer using the KV items more than the water closet. Yes. So we have a place, but it is not adequate. It is not large enough for all the students' population. This is what we are saying.
Right. Mrs. Coleman, has the local government giving you, or the DC over there, giving you a time frame that they think they can come and help finish the stalled project?
We'll be writing to them again to remind them. Further attempts have been made by me to meet the MC, that any time I go to the office, we will not be around. So we'll still write a letter to them to remind them, and then even forward it to the regional minister through the MC. This is what we are planning to do now.
Because 25 years is a long time, and 3.5 years, I hope they'll have a short time and have some empathy to know that the dilapidated state can maybe affect a child. Not even maybe, will surely maybe affect somebody's child. And we should not always wait till we lose a life or we get somebody hurt before we decide to hasten up projects. So I wish you all the best, Mrs. Coleman, and we hope that the Efutu Senior Technical High School will see a facelift. Thank you for speaking with us.
You're welcome, my dear, and thank you too for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We've been speaking to Miss Wilhelmina Coleman. She is the headmistress for Efutu Senior Technical High School. And as you can see, the dilapidated state, the fact that they do not even have a proper toilet facility for both boys and girls. The dormitory facilities are in a very bad state. The stairs have become so steep. Some of them have the iron rods coming out, and it can even affect. And the electrical gadgets over there, you saw it, how they use it is dangerous. So please, Regional Minister, the DCE in charge of Efutu, please, we are begging you. And the old students are doing their best, but how far can they go if they are not able to get the support they need to be able to finish all the stalled projects in Efutu Senior High School? We always say children are our future leaders, but then again, when it comes to projects that will help them, will help equip them to be able to comfortably study in school, there are always question marks. There are always question marks. So we plead with the regional minister. We are also pleading with the DCE and the local government over there to come to the aid of the Efutu Senior Technical High School so they can also smile. We do not want to hear any bad news from there.